All right, Dennis, what are we doing today? Do you even know what we're doing today?
I have no idea. You told me to dress up.
I have a little day plan for you. Actually, there's a coffee shop over here. Let's go get a coffee and I'll fill you in. We have a guy on the way. He's a realtor.
Okay.
He specializes in micro apartments.
Okay.
We're gonna be looking at some of the smallest apartments in Manhattan today.
You're kidding,
Under
right?
300 square feet.
Oh, wow. Let's see what happens.
You guys saved me a spot right in the front. I've got a couple places. Once you see them, you can't unsee them.
Mikey, I'm getting 2 of these. If you want, I'll get you one.
No,
too.
I'm good. 3 biscotti. I'll get a cranberry. What's up, guys? I'm Cash Jordan, and I've been a rental agent here in New York City for 12 years. Today, we're gonna see some apartments. See this? This is how much space you're gonna get.
I don't know what to get. I'm just here to observe and enjoy. But yeah, we're about to see some crazy places, I guess.
Your name?
What's up, man? Jesus.
Nice to
I
meet you.
see you on Instagram all the time.
Cool, man.
That's hilarious.
That's
I was
great.
just walking by. I
Dude,
was
that's
like,
so funny.
Yeah, man. You're doing a good job,
I
man.
appreciate that.
Definitely, man.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
No love for Ennis?
Yeah, Cash is killing it over here. Shout out to Cash in New York.
All right, where are we starting?
At the cheapest place we have, and the smallest.
And
Ready?
it
Let's
is-
go. Pretty interesting building. It's got security cameras. They've done what they could to make the hallway better. I think it's actually pretty good for this neighborhood. Let's head upstairs.
How's it going?
I mean, I'm kind of almost stuck on the hallway.
But these are the bathrooms.
Okay, no shower.
No, that's right here. They're half baths.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Let me go in there. Just like a good old exterior door to seal it off.
It's like college.
Here we go.
Are you serious? Oh, wow. Dude, this is a walk-in closet. I mean, a lot to soak it in here. So, you got a little, I guess, vanity slash, hey,
Yeah.
it drains, so it's your sink kind of setup here.
Yep, you can live.
How would you frame this? I'm assuming this is kind of like your loft. You put the bed up
So
here.
what most people probably would do is, a loft isn't for everyone because, you know, if you have to use the restroom,
It's
you have
not
to climb
practical.
down.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is a fun neighborhood we're by a bunch of colleges.
Uh-huh.
We're surrounded by bars and restaurants and fun things to do. If you're out having a good time, you might not be able to climb down from there.
I love how polite he explained that. Basically, if you're drunk, you may, knock yourself out. So
I've heard that drinking's not the only thing that people do in the East
Yes,
Village.
fair
That's
enough.
what I've heard. I don't know. That's what I've heard.
there's like so many things I want to ask you.
That's okay.
So that's
Go ahead.
kind of like your loft space. You share the bathrooms. Where's the kitchen?
Well,
Or there's a kitchen.
this is your oven, and it is your
Hey,
microwave.
Mikey, you gotta move the camera for that.
Yeah.
So this is all you get.
That's what you get. It's technically all you need.
You know what? Like, I'm gonna say this, and I know Mikey can relate to it because we've kind of gone through it in our work process. Sometimes when your resources are limited, it pushes you to become creative. And I kind of feel like this, like in a way, if I moved in here in a month, I'd be like, this is actually not too bad. I found this restaurant that I can microwave, it's affordable, and then I just, I feel like you will eventually get into the groove. How big is this? Like, what is the square footage, or like, can we get the measurements of the walls and openings?
Yeah, we could find out how big it is.
Okay.
11 feet 1 inch. All right, but let's get the. This is what people want.
So we got 10790.
Wow.
So do the math. How many square feet?
So it's almost 11 by 11, right?
Yep.
That's
But you have to
120
subtract-
Oh my god.
You have to subtract some of what you can't use, right?
Yeah.
Like this kind of comes out.
Dude, this is 120 square feet.
Well, it's less usable because of like where.
First place down. Walking to the second place right now. We're at 2nd Avenue, 13th Street. Second place is going to be a little bit bigger. Let's see what it looks like.
What are we about to see?
This entire apartment doesn't have anything that you'd probably, well, I shouldn't say that. It has its own bathroom, it has its own kitchen, two things that we couldn't find in the other apartment, and the rent here is $500 more a month. So a 50% increase for the other 50% of the apartment.
Okay.
Fair, right? It sounds fair.
Pretty straightforward.
Let's check it out.
Honestly, this feels like an apartment in a central location in Turkey. It kind of has that old marble, wider staircase. I'm digging it.
I was like, you better not go up more flight of stairs.
I can't, we're at the top. Look, we're there.
Oh,
How's this? No. Hold on. It's. You ready?
key to the city. Hey,
Wow.
Cash has some Turkish skill set too.
Hi.
Oh, wow. Now we are talking. Dude, this is spacious.
Oh, this is fine.
This is fine.
This is awesome. So for $1,500, this is the cheapest place in the entire neighborhood.
Rated out of, 1 out of 10, considering the other $1,500 options.
Everything's a 10 out of 10 for the right person. That's why they signed the lease. If you want to spend $1,500 and you want something bigger, you want something maybe a little bit more modern, that 10 out of 10 might be in another part of the city, right? But
Okay.
for this part of the city, if location, proximity to things in like a clean place, which is
And
well done,
space.
then it becomes a 10 out of 10.
I hear you. Well said.
Cool.
Well said. I mean, this is definitely spacious. I do not feel cramped here at all. You got the massive window. You got a little view.
It's a good view.
Take us on the tour.
Kitchen,
Nice.
living room. Let me show you the bedroom.
Okay. Yeah, I guess
The
that's
bedroom's the best part. Look, it's good.
Dude, this is cozy.
Oh, this is great.
Now the complaint that a lot of people are gonna have is that this radiator is in the wrong place, right? You'd think that this should be in the corner, but if you're gonna put up with this, right over there, home office, bed, and everything else over here, it divides the room.
That's character, dude. I like that.
Maybe it makes more sense to use this as like a 2-room studio. You have everything, bed, hangout stuff in here. You've got this is a good, for the East Village, this is a great view.
I mean, the fact that you're getting a view is, I thought you were gonna take us somewhere like dingy, first floor. No, this is like nice and bright. Leave these windows open, get some fresh air.
So you've got your own kitchen, which we looked at, which is great, didn't have that before, and then you have your own bathroom.
Let's see you NSCL Mazda.
I mean, Mikey, I will sell this bathroom if I need to. But first off, you got tile floors. You got your trolley set up. Let's not forget to get your ventilation here, right? It's a functioning window. It's a big deal. Then you get a full tub set up here. First off, the shower head. Mikey, let's get a close up. It's actually a good height. I say that because a lot of times these are so low. You have to like shower like this.
Yeah.
It's actually a good height.
And you have that good New York City water pressure.
Exactly. That's right. And you get a little vanity set up here. 2 soap holders. You're winning.
Yeah.
Honestly, this apartment feels very spacious compared to the other
sleep
one.
on the medicine cabinet too.
Hey, look, Mikey. I mean,
You're missing details.
soon, Mikey, I don't even need to be in front of camera.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let you do this.
Cash, I think there's only one thing left to do.
Upgrade?
The laser test.
The laser, oh, well, what do you want to measure?
What do we got? We got focus 9.5 by 14.6. 9.5 by 14.6. That's pretty good.
So this is bigger than the entire apartment we were in first.
Yeah.
And it feels like it. And again, you live in New York for New York. You don't live in New York for an apartment. Like, this is your space, gets the job done. You go out, you live your life.
That's it. Like every single New York City apartment is overpriced unless you're here for the city, not for the apartment.
Let's see an upgrade.
Upgrade?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go.
Dude, this has like 2 living rooms, I guess.
The point of comparison for this shouldn't be the place that we just looked at upstairs. It should be the first place we saw because that per person is actually cheaper than this. This is a $2,500 apartment.
Yeah.
It's a 2-bedroom. The rooms are about the same size. So you're paying $1,250 for this. Is this better or worse? This is something for you to decide. Is this better or worse than what we just looked at, sharing a bathroom but getting an entire place that's yours?
What is the status with the washer and dryer? Camino?
It exists in a laundromat, which is on Google Maps.
Okay. All right. Didn't see that coming. Mikey, let's show the size of this room.
I think for scale, we need to pull out that laser one more time.
All right.
Yeah.
See, it's a good thing
It's
I
a good-
shouldn't have brought it. No, it's a good thing I did. If I didn't, this would be tough. Here we go.
6 feet 11 inches by 10.5 or 10 feet 5 inches.
Let's check the other room.
10 feet 5 inches by 6 feet 10 inches.
If it was a Canon, you'd never focus.
So, Ennis, your thoughts?
I mean, first one is a reality check to me. It's like,
I guess we gotta see the kitchen before we get good then.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. This is fine. This is fine.
And check this out. Come over here. If you injure yourself in the kitchen, you don't have to go to a hospital, man. Bro, look at this. By what's missing, you can tell what types of injuries the person who put this here experienced. Look, their knuckles, look at this. Their knuckles are done. They might not even have knuckles.
Something with the knuckles.
I'm assuming they haven't been burned very often.
So,
And they don't have any infections, but knuckles, that's gone.
so Cash, I found you yesterday on Instagram, and you said that people in New York will throw in these little things to kind of pad the price of the unit. Is this one of those features, a little first aid kit?
I don't think any landlord in their right mind would put that in there and tell you that it means don't kill us.
Yeah, I almost
We have a first aid kit. So,
Yeah, well, that's where the burn stuff is still in there. We're good.
Wow.
So
Okay.
bathroom, well, last test, and then
Bathroom is upgraded. I mean, I kind
It's
of
good.
got it. Honestly, this bathroom is plenty good. New tile, new tub setup, get your vanity.
yeah.
It ain't floating vanity, but
Who needs that though?
who needs that in New York?
So, final thoughts. 1, 2, 3. Ennis and then Cash.
I think first one is a reality check and price you pay to live in New York. That's really it. And then, but I can see the practical purpose behind like why people choose that. I honestly think the second and third one is plenty good. Like me and Mikey are looking around constantly like, yeah, that's plenty good. Like I can see 2 roommates living here, no problem.
Yeah.
Being in the heart of the city.
Yeah.
It's certainly expensive, it's not cheap, but you don't come to New York with mediocre goals. Like you come to New York to make something out of yourself, and it's an ambitious city, so you have to live up to that. And this is the price to pay for it.
That's it. I mean, the first place shows you the difference between like what you get if you want to pay the premium, even though it's the cheapest place. That's the premium you pay for having your own apartment,
There you go.
right? And that's something any renter should understand. You're always going to get more if you have a roommate. I mean, here, yes, per room it's a little bit more, but you have a common space, you have a kitchen, you have a bathroom. If you don't want any of that stuff, there is a tax on being alone in your own place, no matter where it is.
That wraps up, I guess.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mikey, for thinking of this. This is a bit of a surprise. Thank you, Cash, for showing us these 3 places. This was interesting. Thank you, Mikey, again. As always, we'll leave Cash's information in the description. If you guys want to see more New York apartments or simply learn what it takes to live in the city, just follow Cash.
Thank y'all for watching. Y'all leave your favorite places in the comments below, and if you could live there. We'll see you next time.
Alrighty, peace.
Cool.